Greetings, YouTube neighbors. So today we're just giving a general overview of the WoodMaxx flail mower. So this is an offset flail mower. It just runs along a hydraulic cylinder basically to side shift. My machine is about 72 inches wide. This thing is rated to cut at, I believe, 74 inches. So just over 6 foot. But then from my measurement, from the side of my tires to as far out as it'll go at about 22 inches off to the right side. I haven't yet measured on the other side, but it's not going to be as far for sure. It's meant to be kiltered, so it's the right side of your machine. So just a couple things. I have a video I'm going to show you about basically how it came off the truck. Very easy, just forklifted it off. And then you have to set up the main frame here so you can actually attach it to your machine. And then they already plumbed the hydraulics. You have to actually go tighten them down. And then they didn't come with the connectors. So I actually just finished putting these together. So not a big deal, but it's just an extra run to the parts store. And then the nice thing, they have those pre-drilled holes for you to stick them in. Now, the instructions with this thing, it comes with this nice tube, which are supposed to have the instructions in it, but actually just had a QR code. And with the QR code, it brings you to a slightly different setup. Not majorly different, but it actually instructs you to plumb the hoses through a pair of drilled holes like this, but there are no pair of drilled holes where it's telling you to do it. So this is what I decided is the best, is to loop them through here, through that frame. And then this is how they get set when it's in storage mode. Not a big deal. It's just something you should be aware of. They said they're working on making a new manual. I believe them. It's not actually a huge deal. You can figure it out yourself. And then I got fully ready to go. I was actually greasing this thing and realized I ran out of grease on the last stinking part of this. So I'm going to get more grease, finish that job, and then it's going to be ready to go. And I'm really excited to use it. Obviously, I got the Summit hydraulic set up there. So I have a hydraulic top link, a hydraulic side link, and then the hydraulics to feed this. And then I have an on-off set. So if you were going to run something like a backhoe out of this, or possibly a splitter off of this, you could just turn that on and then run the splitter back here. I don't actually intend to do that. I just thought it'd be nice to have, kind of future-proof the tractor no matter what I do. So yeah, so far really happy with this. It did take probably 8 weeks to come here. I bought it late May and it just arrived a couple days ago. So that was a bit of a bummer. And obviously I got the hammer blade set up, so we'll go over how that cuts here at the end of the video. So stay tuned. Thank you. All right, greetings YouTube neighbors. So this has been a long time in the making. I got a WoodMaxx flail mower. It's a 72-inch side shift flail mower. This is just how it comes in. So I just wanted to take a quick video to tell you what you're getting. It was all saran wrapped. And I just yanked that off. So very clearly still in good condition, because if anything would have actually hit it, the saran wrap would have been compromised. So it's a quick way to check, hey, you know, did anything happen in shipping? Worked really good. Obviously, I got some assembly to do, so I'll be working on that next. All right, finally out in the field using the mower. As you can see here, I just had an overgrown path. This is my main deer hunting plot. I have a lot of clover basically planted on the outside, where a bunch of just deer crop. It's kind of on the inside. It's a lot of weeds too, but there is some good stuff in there. So I'm basically going around mowing this. So I'll take a quick video of just me cutting with it and see how it goes. All right, I usually start at around 2,000 RPMs. Just try not to make it too jarring on the PTO. And then I put her up to speed. Vibrates a little when it gets started. I'm in medium range. And then I set it down. Now I know that the angle here is just kind of tough to shoot. So one of the arts to this is how high you put that mower. Obviously, because it's 6 feet across, the weight sometimes is not always evenly distributed. Right now it's set about as perfect as it can straight behind me. It doesn't quite sit all the way to the edge of this left-hand tire. I'd say it's about 3 3 inches short and it overhangs that tire. So the one downside when it's offset like this, it's truly meant to sit off to the side. It's not sitting straight behind me perfectly. Now for a tractor trail, nobody cares. It's just fine. But I just wanted to let you know that. It would have been nicer if obviously it could sit perfectly balanced behind you. This is as far as it'll go to the left. But you can see it's a nice clean trail behind me. You know, setting that PT or the 3-point height is a little tricky. As you can see on one side, it's leaving that skid shoe mark. And so I try to get it to sit on that back roller as best I can. But there's deliberate slop on where that top link connects. It wants to be able to shift forward and backward. So I don't have a ton of weight sitting on the back end of it because I could top link it further back. Let's give that a try. We're gonna top, push that further back, pick this up just a little bit. Do it again. And I'm changing my hydraulics because I have a Summit Hydraulics 1-to-4 adjuster. Alright, so you can see it's not leaving the skid shoe mark. Let's set it down just a tiny bit more. It's actually doing a lot better. So that might have been my issue, is how I had the top link set. One of the big advantages to being hydraulic on the back end, you can just quickly change it like I did there in the cab, and then away we go. And this is the easy part because this usually stays wet, so there's not a lot growing here. Some of this is about 2 to 3 feet tall, just brush. And then I have a part of the trail I'm going to do up here ahead where I'm going to completely shift it to the right as far as it'll go. I did measure it again. It is about 22 inches. It'll go to the one side. Tractor is powering this just fine. I think I have 47 horsepower at PTO. Does just fine with it. When I first got this thing, it was set, the skids were set so it would cut the lowest height possible. What you end up doing is it's a half tiller then, because again, 6 feet, if any part of that ground is a little higher, it's going to level it off for you. Good and bad. I didn't want it to till the ground. And that's kind of what it was doing. So I set the skids now to as high as they can. I'm willing to adjust them again. I just wanted to make sure this time it was actually going to work and do what I wanted it to do. This is the end of this trail. That went really well, and now we're going to fully offset it. So again, my Summit Hydraulics setup here. Oh boy, yep, there you can see it. I know it's that one. I just pushed this all the way. So here she goes. Boom, done. I'll do my best here. It's going to be tricky to drive, and I have to go over this little creek. I don't think I have this thing sitting down far enough. Let's try this. Just pop it a little bit. Yeah, I'll watch where that tire goes. But it's doing a good job. Most of this has basically never been mowed before. So I have to be careful. This is all raised up, like a little raised swamp path. So I obviously need to be very careful about where I'm driving. The skid shoes on this are really nice because when it hits bumps and stuff like that, it just kind of hit the roots of a tree. It very gently, glides over it. Obviously, this thing is built very robust. One of the things I was, I guess, a little bit more surprised because this is the heavier duty version, and they really did mean it when they put that in the gear. Working hard back there. There, I can cut under this pine tree here. You can see I'm pushed up against it. Just gonna knock back some of these weeds. And I'm to a trail again. This is where this thing is kind of genius because I just pull it in real quick. jamming the mower in there. It's going real easy. It's hard to see it, I guess, from this angle. Oop, I'm going to hit something a little bigger than I wanted to. Just driving around that. Must have hit it. Driving around it. Pull it in just a little bit. Yeah. I mean, that's the advantage of having this very quickly shift to where I want it to be and pull it in. Push it back out. These are actually popple trees. I would like these to grow. Most of this is a trail, so the golf cart can go down this without weeds coming in and hitting you or the kids. Yeah, I really like it. It's nice that it sits closely behind me, so it's very easy to back up with it. And again, just doing the hydraulic thing, so you can pick the whole mower up, get it to sit straight behind you. So, you know, you're kind of a big rig. Gonna have to do an Austin Powers turnaround here. Got the bucket on. Oh wow, I'm slipping. I don't know why I'm slipping. Somehow I slipped there. Just very wet apparently. Alright, let's get her back on again. 2000s. Start her back up. Back up to RPM or the PTO speed. Again, I'm mainly paying attention. What are those skid shoes doing? I've got it all the way straight behind me now again. Doing the trail. Obviously with the tractor, I'm okay with driving in these weeds. These aren't the 15-foot willow, swamp willow. It's just weeds here. Put the mower down and let her do her job. Yeah, really. Kind of learning as I go here. This isn't the full review yet. I intend to do a full review of it. You gotta get a couple hours before you're actually gonna give a review. I know a lot of YouTubers out there, first thing they want to post is a review. I try to wait just so I can actually try to tell you something maybe you haven't heard before. Now again, I'm back to just mowing grass here. I quickly got under that pine tree, pulled the tiller back behind me. I'm mowing this little trail because I have implement road right here next to this pine trees. This is where I hide all my implements from the sun. It's a nice easy place to go store them where I know where all the marks. I don't have a nice shop to stick stuff in. And yeah, it's working really good. It's really nice to do. It's not hard on the tractor. I mean, I got more RPMs I can put on it. I'm not using them. I'm just going nice and slow. I can see, you know, it's kicking out stuff nicely. If I had to make a guess though, I'm guessing I set the shoes and the roller on the back a little too high. That's a guess. Obviously I'm going to leave it like this for a while. See what I think of it. Make sure I have this kind of figured out. Once I know I like the results, I might make an adjustment just to try it out. But yeah, really liking it so far. So far I've shown you how it comes out the crate. I showed you how to prep it and get it ready. It's actually pretty well built. I do have a couple comments from it, just from how do you put in the oil, how do you check it. There's a gearbox up top, it's belt driven on the side. That wasn't a surprise to me, but how you actually fill the oil and then how you check the level, it's irritating because you have to take apart the housing where the PTO shaft connects. It's just a big bummer. You got to actually take it all apart to make it do what you want. Yeah, so I hope this helped you. I was really excited to get this flail mower with hammer blades. I thought about getting a full one that goes vertical too behind you, but trying to find one that would also connect to your quick hitch. This is the only one I found. That's a huge advantage for someone like me. Trying to actually go hook up things with the back links when you have a bad shoulder that just doesn't tolerate much, it is not a fun exercise. That's partly why I made everything on the back end hydraulic, because you can cheat more then. So that's personally what I recommend. Why specifically I picked this one, because it was listed as quick hitch compatible, and I can validate it certainly is. There is no issues. Change the pins, done. Instant, ready to go to the back of the machine. So thank you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. They did not sponsor this. I did not tell them I was making a YouTube video about this. I just wanted to be an average Joe Blow customer. So far really happy. The bummer was the ship time. I don't know if you can fully blame them. I mean, obviously partially I can blame them because they didn't tell me that up front. You know, expectation management is the key to all disappointment. If you fail to meet or set proper expectations, prepare to be disappointed. But I'm doing good now. I'm happy I got it. It's going to be nice going forward. So until next time, thank you.